Greetings, everyone, and I'm really glad to see you all today at another episode of Totally Unscripted ASMR. And this episode is so unscripted that I'm even wearing my homewear. This is my favorite tank top, and I'll try to show you. It says relax, and that's exactly what we are going to do right now. So, as usually, I have this soft version of energy drink. It's a nice hot cup of tea, not too sweet, just a little. I didn't really know whether you prefer sweet or not, so I added just a tiny bit of sugar. Hope you don't mind. This one's for you, and I have another one for myself. And of course, with some tea goes a little story. Today I prepared some interesting activity, and what made me decide to do it is what I recently recalled. I recalled that when I was a little kid, I really loved drawing. I wasted tons of paper, and there wasn't a happier moment for me than when I received some art supplies as a gift. I loved drawing so much that later I ultimately went to art school and art university, where eventually a bunch of professional artists, some top tier artists, some locally famous artists in Ukraine, all these amazing people enlightened me that in fact drawing and painting should be a really boring and stressful process. Yeah. So later my ways with professional art parted for some time, but recently I just waited for something in the mall and I had to kill some time. So out of boredom I just accidentally went into art supplies shop, and then really my vision blurred, everything went into a fog. I can't really remember anything, but when I came to my senses I was already standing at the entry to this shop with my backpack full of art supplies and my credit card empty. So, on this happy occasion, I decided that today you will be my canvas. And with some of the new art supplies, some of the old things that I have, I will turn you into a anime character, but not that kind of modern anime where just everyone looks the same, but that beautiful retro 80s and 90s anime where everyone looked the same in a charming way. So let's begin. Let's begin with the sketch, and remember, if your pencil does not look like it's a crooked finger of a fantasy witch with some sharp claw, then you're not a real artist. Just kidding. But it's sort of a combination of good tradition and laziness. And let's begin with some sketch. Let me measure your face, actually. Let me see. It's it's pretty symmetrical, and all right. We'll begin with a sketch. Just outline the face shape and some basic proportions. Let me. Yeah, I'm measuring the proportions between different parts of your face. So let's see if your left side and right side are the same width. And I see you have pretty big eyes. Great. Just some basic lines. Great. And what about your hairstyle? I see. Okay, just sit still. You know, in my university, there was a big issue with models. These people usually could not sit still, and they were constantly like talking some random idiot stuff, like I know, trying to sell you some cosmetics from a sketchy brand, or I don't know, just telling how their day went, when the mouth should be really shut so we could draw it anatomically properly. Yeah. But you make an amazing model. Just relax and sit still. It's okay if you move a little bit. Just take a comfortable position and don't wiggle too much. I'll draw your shoulders. And great. Now let's clean the line art. Yeah, I have this half of eraser. It's really convenient when you slice it diagonally. When you slice it into pieces. So it will have a really sharp end like this. And this allows you to create some details or clean some really small details with it. Let me see. I'll clean the line art. And oh no, looks like I drawn your nose. Not too similar. Alright, let me erase this. Erase your nose. And sketch it again. Let me measure it. Good. Yeah, I think thank you, buddy. I think now it looks much more similar to yours. And once again, let me clean the line art. Okay, and we're good to make a final line art. I have this liner. Actually, I'm not telling you the brand because it doesn't matter. They're really all the same. Cheap ones and expensive ones. So yeah. Just sit still. I will draw some fine lines. Yeah. This is fine line art. It has to be like super precise. You know what? I have to confess, when I was in art school, I made a terrible prank on my art teacher. Since the studies were after a regular school, I'll draw you here. In the winter, when our art class ended, it was usually pretty dark outside. So I wasn't the nicest pupil, nicest student, I'd say. Yeah, this is an old-fashioned English word from my school that I can't get rid of. It was maybe an hour before our classes should end, and I convinced everyone in my class to do a prank. let me take a thinner liner. So we is this thin one? No, maybe this is, yeah. So we packed our things. We put away all our stands and canvases and everything. We just moved this all to the closet. There was a little closet in the classroom. We hid our coats and jackets from the hanger, and we hid in the corner of a classroom that is not visible from the entry to the class, and turned off the light, so it was like we are gone from the school, like we're just left. And then our teacher, she came, she looked that everyone is gone and it's already dark. She just shrugged, mumbled something like we're not so disciplined and grateful students, and she left. And that wasn't the best part of my plan. Then we very quickly turned on the light and placed everything back, all our stands, all our canvases, all the paints, everything like in the places where they should stand. We just placed our coats back on a hanger, and we just sat and continued to paint some still life, some practice. So sometime later our teacher came back, and she looked at us and said, "Where you've been?" And I said, "What do you mean?" Sorry, I started to laugh. It isn't funny, really. And she was like, "But you were gone just like maybe a few minutes ago." And we were like, "No." And she was, "I just came here and nobody was in the class." And we said, "No, teacher, you just came in, looked at us, shrugged and left. We didn't know what that meant." And then it was written on her face that she questioned her whole existence at that very moment. Well, for some reason, sometime later, our class was attached to another teacher. I can only wonder why. Now let's add some colors, and you know what? Let's make it fun. Let's make it with all that pop bright colors, especially green, because I cannot use too much green in my roleplay videos because of the green screen. So we'll just make your skin green. What do you say? It's a style. You'll be like an alien. Alright. Can you close your eyes so I will color your eyelids? Great. So I'm somewhere in between of being proud and ashamed of my own behavior. Now I'll add some shading with this dark green. And I admit it was really cruel, although then it was like funny. But probably that poor woman wasn't laughing at all. Now let's color your hair and let's make your hair orange. Yeah, let's make it orange. It says pumpkin yellow. Do you like pumpkins? Okay, and just sit still. Some nice wavy strands of hair. Alright. but at least art school was a little bit fun. Would you like me to add some pink shades, right? Like your hair has a gradient. Because at least in the art school it was fun, but in the art university it wasn't that fun because most teachers were really old and they were really old school, so they did not accept really anything as art except of classical paintings or maybe drawings with sepia with these little pieces of coal. I know how to call it properly in English, or with a graphite pencil. Let's make your eyes red. It will give you that otherworldly chic, like you dangerous. Yeah, so they did not accept anything except that of like art. Especially they all hated digital art. They said that computer draws everything for you. And I think it was really many years ago. AI didn't even exist in the form it is now. So computer couldn't really draw anything for you. But it was impossible to explain to those people. Alright, let's color your clothes. I'll take this nice brown color. Like, I just make some accents. I promise I make everything else really bright. And maybe we'll add some, whoops, we'll add some gold, highlights, and maybe some little golden accessory in your hair, like a hairpin, or maybe that just grows out of your hair. Alright, and now it's time for final details. I'll take this white pen. Yeah, it's absolutely white. It can cover the colored lines of pencils. It can overlay them. And I'll just highlight your eyes to make them pop, to add some, gloss and highlights. And your other eye. Great, you're looking so fabulous. And just add some highlights on your hair, just a tiny bit accents. I'm trying not to overdo, so it will not look, like too much is going on. Sometimes less is better, and this is the hardest part. And I still see a little bit of pencil lines. Let me just remove them. And here. And this one too. Alright. Great. So, let me have a final look at you. You look so gorgeous. Like so beautiful and romantic image, but at the same time a little bit of mysterious vibes. I really liked how it turned out. I think you'd make a great anime character. Maybe you'll consider becoming an anime character. What you say? I think this would be really nice. Yeah. Alright. And this will be all for today. Thank you so much for being the very best model for me. I really like how it turned out. So, if you're going to sleep, I wish you all the sweetest dreams. No car honking outside your window, no dogs barking. Just some nice, calm night full of restful sleep. And if you still have some business to attend and you have your day ahead of you, then I wish you the best of luck and the best mood and everything the best just for my beautiful viewers. And we'll see each other really soon in another roleplay episode. And I'm not going to make any spoilers, but the next one will be something you do not expect. It will be really something special.